Okay, in this video tutorial, I'd like to show you how the Veritas SIS handles extra credit assignments within the gradebook. I've already shown you in a previous video how you can add extra points to an assignment or a test. So if, for example, you had an extra credit question at the end of the test and the student got all of the questions right plus the extra credit, you could put a 12 out of 10 points, and while the system will highlight it in red and call it an anomalous grade, it will count those 2 extra points over and above the available points as extra credit. But what if you have an assignment? Say you assigned a paper that was optional and you wanted it to be an extra credit assignment. Well, let me show you how you can add and handle that assignment. SIS can deal with that situation very easily. I've logged in as John Doe. I'm still on test courses, test course 1. So I'm going to go to the Grades tab and then into the Gradebook Assignments. Remember, this is the menu option we go to add assignments, tests, homework. You can see the category types. I created a category type called extra credit, again, just by clicking the plus button and then typing the title extra credit. So I created a category for extra credit assignments. Again, this just makes the progress reports sort easier and makes it easier on you to organize the assignments as they're in there. So I'm going to select extra credit. Now I already had one extra credit assignment loaded, so I'm going to create a second assignment just to show you how it's done. So again, we are in the extra credit category. You can see number 1. Let's add a second extra credit assignment for this paper. So again, I just click the plus button to add an assignment. Under title, I'm going to call it extra credit paper. And this is the most important aspect here. Because this is an extra credit assignment, we're going to say that 0 points are available. Okay? So when we add points, they will be over and above the 0 points. So we're not going to enter what the extra credit paper would be worth if it's done perfectly. For all extra credit assignments, just enter 0 for points. We'll put a due date in there of, again, summer term, so we'll say July 5th of 2011. And again, I'm putting a due date here so it'll sort appropriately on the progress reports. And this is an extra credit optional paper. Again, the description is not required, but it is a great way to keep the assignment straight for yourself and on the progress report. So once we have everything that's the way we want it here, we will just click Save to add this assignment to our gradebook. So now you will see extra credit paper has been assigned under the extra credit category. Now I've received the papers and I want to go in and add the grades that our students receive. So I'm going to go back to Gradebook Grades, and it will pull up a list of all the students enrolled in the course. In this case, it's Sally and Studious, our twin brother and sister. And now I'm going to enter the grade for the extra credit paper. So I'm going to come down here, select extra credit paper from the menu, and it's going to open the screen that will allow me to put their scores in. Now again, you will see that there were 0 points available. So let's look at a couple scenarios here. Let's say that Sally's student did not turn in the assignment. So she chose not to do the extra credit. All you have to do is leave this blank. Now Studious, on the other hand, worked really hard and he scored a maximum 10 points on that extra credit assignment. So I'm going to type in the 10 points. Again, I can add a comment. Say extra credit paper excellent, and I'm going to click Save. So Sally did not do the optional assignment, Studious did. So we assigned him 10 points against 0 available, and you'll see that show up. So now what happens when we go print their progress reports? Well, let's take a look at what the progress reports would look like. Under Gradebook, I'm going to select Progress Reports. And we'll go ahead and print a progress report for both Sally and Studious. Again, I just want to pull up all the students, so I'll just click Submit without clicking anything in the search window here. And here's our list, Sally and Studious. Now, if you recall, we have some options here to select before we print the progress report. We can sort them by assign date or due date, and in this case, we don't always put an assign date, but we typically put a due date, so let's sort it in order of due date. Now look here, this says exclude ungraded EC assignments. Well, that EC stands for extra credit. So if you check that, exclude ungraded extra credit assignments, for those people who didn't do the extra credit assignment, it won't show up on their progress report. For those that did, it will. So that is a beautiful thing there. This other option, exclude ungraded assignments not due. If you'd already loaded an assignment but you've not graded it yet, you can also check that to keep it off of the progress reports. So once you've selected your options, all you do is make sure the students are selected here with the arrows and then click Create Progress Reports. It'll take a moment and it will kick out a progress report, and I'll show you how these look different because of the options we selected, in this case to not show ungraded extra credit points. If you recall, I'll go at the bottom first. Studious student did the extra credit paper, and you see it here at the bottom that it was due on July 5th, and he scored 10 points. Under the grade, you'll see here it says extra credit, EC. Okay, so it's not going to roll up a percentage because we didn't have any points available, but it does add 10 extra credit points to his total score, which raised his overall grade to a 97.14%. Now up here on Sally, she chose not to do that, and look here, she had done the first extra credit paper, but she did not do the second extra credit paper. There was no grade loaded, and because of that, it's not going to show up on the report. Okay, so very important, you don't have to type a 0 or anything, you just leave it blank. If you don't enter a grade at all, and you click this exclude ungraded extra credit assignments, it will not show up on progress reports. It will not show up as an assignment that they failed to do because it was optional. It's that easy.